Dear students, let us start the discussion on today's newspaper, that is 13th March 2017. The first article, Modi's UP wave and after. So here let us discuss few things. Now, we are not understanding the politics, but we are understanding the democracy through politics through these articles. Most of the articles today in the newspaper are related to the electoral victory of BJP in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. But we are going to dissect them from the political developments and multi-party democracy in India. So, initially after independence, Congress was the single largest dominant party in Indian politics. So communists were a challenge, but they were not formidable. So this has continued till 1967 when Congress lost the majority in a handful of the states. So Yogendra Yadav, political scientist and a social scientist, he calls it as India's first democratic revolution. And then in 1977, Congress lost the power for the first time at the center. So this is called second democratic revolution. So in this process of the things, so the multi-party democracy has taken roots in India, and 1980s have a significant development with the rise of the regional parties in South. TDP and all these parties have come into existence. And slowly, by 2000, sub-regional parties are also growing with separate state movements increasing in India. So, it has been stated that India has permanently entered into coalition politics. Now the question is the trend reversing? So the first thing is, in the present elections, the ethnicity-based, identity-based politics, they are slowly taking a back seat. More the developmental politics are coming into India. And the present UP elections result shows that the regional satraps, regional political parties, they are losing the sheen in national political drama. So the contest has become a contest between national parties or national parties aligned with the regional parties. So the regional parties used to be the primary partner with regard to the elections. Now they have become the secondary partners. If you talk about Shiva Sena BJP alliance, the BJP has become a primary partner, reducing the Shiva Sena to the secondary partner. So the second thing is, there is no formidable opposition to the BJP as of now. It means that Congress was not in a position to challenge the BJP. So in any democracy, management of the power needs a fine balance. This fine balance is established through functioning of opposition, a strong opposition. So, an unopposed leadership and an opposed political power is not good for democracy. And further to this, let's remember this Kushwant Singh statement. If elections are fought in the name of an individual, and if the party wins the elections unopposed, then there is a good chance that managing of the power by an individual becomes difficult. So this is what Indira Gandhi's experience tells us. So you can compare Indira Gandhi era to the present day Modi's era in BJP. So Congress was nothing but Indira. Indira and India, they were equated with each other. Now BJP and Modi, who are taller, then we can say Modi has become taller than the BJP party. So this personality cult, personality centric politics, they are not good for democracy in the long run. They are not desirable for India. And along with this, let us see this way. Let us see this thing. So there is a difference between voting percentages in India between the national elections and also state and local elections. As you go from national to the state and local elections, the voting percentage is going to increase, and also the distinctiveness of the results is changing today. Previously, a person used to vote similarly in both national and local elections. So these affiliations are changing, and whoever are voting in the national elections, they are not voting for the same party in state elections. But this time the trend has reversed. And the vote percentage is or difference between national and the state elections is very less. So what I want to say you is, so the people are able to think differently for national and state elections. So this is the pitch which can take forward the simultaneous elections for parliament and also the state legislative assembly. So these are the important points. And the next is election management. It has become an important technique in electioneering. So a booth level foot soldiers, an understanding of distinct problems of an area and distinct identity issues in an area. So that meticulous work is called as election management. And Mr. Amit Shah of BJP appeared to be a master of this election management if we go by the results. This is how it has been stated as. Now let's come to this article, The Limits of Identity Politics. It's a beautiful article today. The first is Christopher Jefferlet. He writes for Indian Express. He wrote a book, India's Silent Revolution. So in this, what he said is, the OBCs, especially the backward classes, these are responsible for a silent revolution in Indian politics. So India's transmission from a single party dominant system to a multi-party, deeply regionalized system was made by the silent revolution of the lower castes in both South and North India. So I'll put this in the context of the Green Revolution too. So Green Revolution has created new economic classes in rural India. So if you take Adavas, Jats, and if you come to South India, that is Reddis, Kammas. So these all people, if you go to Tamil Nadu, Gaundars, all these people, they have got economically strong because of their strength. So these are also want to express their presence in the politics. So if you talk about growth of Telugu Desam Party or growth of TRS, all these have this strong backing in Green Revolution and benefits of Green Revolution because these parties have their base in coastal regions. And let's talk about reservations. So the reservation also have provided for emergence of a new educated class among the Dalits. And the Janata revolution in the north, it has provided for new wave of regional parties. So once the Janata experiment collapsed, many of the local parties have emerged from it. Samajwadi Party and Janata Dal, Rashtriya Janata Dal, all these are the offshoots of this Janata movement. And then Mandal politics have given new life to them. So from this, what I can say it as, so the silent revolution is related to the low caste emergence and assertiveness in Indian politics. And the second thing is, there is a book by Kanchan Chandra, Why Ethnic Parties Succeed. Here it is being explained that our democracy is more patrimonial. So in this end patronage democracy, what do we mean by this? So the political party which is in power, which has come to power based on identity, is able to distribute the benefits on the ethnic basis. So the voter base of a political party has got a huge benefit if the party comes into power. So that's why the voter base is always consolidated. But the economy itself has changed now. So we moved from agrarian to service sector economy, a skill-based economy. So in this context, the identity politics are slowly weakening, and so a broad agenda which brings the people together, that is what is deciding the future of elections in India. So the BJP's plank, if you take about muscular nationalism and development, these are the twin agendas of the bureaucracy which was making it to win the elections. So the caste and identity based politics have reached to their zenith and they are on the process of decline. That's what this article talks about. Let's come to the business page. So delay in government decisions is still a concern. So why the global capital is not flowing into India? One is the banking sector, which is meant for financial intermediation, is facing the challenges. And second is The governmental decision making did not improve as expected. So the global capital elite were very much enthusiastic about the Modi days. But however, the problems are systematic to be turned around in India. So the GST is the typical example for this. So ease of doing business index, India has to improve further. And the second thing is the bureaucracy is still having that inertia and delay, and it is unable to shape itself to the gearing needs of the globalization. So these are the reasons which are being stated by Hinduja brothers. And coming to casting industry in India, it is not just about the casting industry. Almost every industry, these are the challenges. If you take textile, if you take leather, everywhere these are the challenges. Technology upgradation, availability of skilled manpower, global competition, high cost of power, fuel, and other basic ingredients necessary for production. So these are discouraging Indian exports. India, though, is the third largest industry with regard to casting is concerned, but it is lagging because of these challenges. But however, growth of automotive industry, agriculture, these are providing a new hope to this particular casting industry in India. And then let's come to the front page. My vision is a new India. What is this definition of new India? Let us see it from a developmental debate perspective. So, doling of the basic needs approach, where people are seen as beneficiaries and made perpetually dependent on the government, slowly gave way for empowerment approach towards development. Empowerment means the people shall be made to earn their money and people shall be made to earn their livelihoods. So the government shall play an enabling role with this. And in the process, government has to encourage the private sectors for creating the opportunities. Not just creating the opportunities, making access to these opportunities to Dalits, women, minorities. This is what lacking in India as of now. So Prime Minister Modi, in his vision for New India, he talks about empowerment and access to opportunities for all, especially for the young in India. So it is in alignment with the present day model of development, which is more talking about equal opportunities rather than equality, which is talking about empowerment and entitlements rather than benefits. So that's what I talk about. So the next is I have prepared the notes for this, and please go through the notes. The notes will be posted to you at lax.in/civils and slowly we will be shifting to the civils prep website itself. So with regard to various posts, now our plan is this: every day give the current affairs, and weekly let's make some 5 questions, discuss the 5 questions, and then prepare model answers, or else I will say it as we want to write the answers as like the students. And Mr. Sandeep is going to make a video on the current affairs so that a revision can happen. Remember this way, unless you are unable to take whatever you read to your examination, reading and watching these videos do not make any sense. So repeated revisions makes you to present your answers and arguments well in the examination. So that's what is the reason why we came up with this revision thing. And another thing is, so the magazine, we want to send it across the bookstores. People are asking it to be uploaded. Remember one thing, reading it on a physical copy, it gives you that pictorial memory. So that's the reason why we came with this particular small magazine issue. And then we are supposed to take it forward now. So please suggest the book centers where it has to be placed, and also send their phone numbers if possible. So some students have given me the suggestions. So please SMS the details to this number 9052292929. So please collect some business card of the people. We will send them there. We are going to keep it for very less price. Just we don't want to make it a profitable venture. We want to make it as no cost or no loss or no gain basis. But the 5 questions which we are going to put in on a weekly basis, we have to recruit the people to correct them. So slowly we are coming with a small place where you can pose those questions, and if you want to get them corrected, you need to pay some minimal money. So that website is already ready. So you will get login IDs and passwords, and that will be given by, it's not, I mean, the best teachers will be correcting it. Either the selected students will be correcting it, not by others. That's what is the promise I can make for you. Thank you very much.